Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, I'm Natalie, and in this channel I like to share my fully transparent financial journey with all of you. I am going to be setting up my paycheck number one budget with all of you, and as a preview of what I set up in my monthly budget, you guys know that I was working on finalizing my numbers for whatever money was left over from my move to North Carolina. So I'm ready to share that today. So we're gonna do that in paycheck number one for the month, and we're gonna see if I actually am able to pay off my auto loan, and we'll get right into it. So as always, to get started, for my income, my salary typically never changes. For my paycheck number one, I expect $3,467 and 20 cents. And instead of a miscellaneous category, I'm gonna just do my NC move leftover. So if you guys haven't been following me for long, I actually rented my condo in Florida back in October of 2023, and since then I aggressively saved until March of this year to make the move out of state. So I already had some savings, but for the most part I basically started from scratch, and the only reason and the main reason that I was able to do that was obviously because first I rented my condo, and I would say 90% of the expense was covered by my tenants and is covered by my tenants. The only thing that I didn't count on was my HOA going up $100 from one year to the next, and of course the fact that I was lucky enough to be able to move back with my parents for that several months that I was living with them. So when I did all of my calculations, which is a video that I'm filming after this one, and I'm gonna share a little bit more about like what I cut out from my life to be able to save, what I did, and then of course the expenses by category. After all of that, I actually ended up with an even $4,400. That means that for this paycheck I will have $7,867 with 20 cents to play with. My very first expense, of course, is rent, and that is due on the 1st. And this is not changing for a year and a half, thankfully. So that is $1,602 even. That's just for the rent, and that includes pest control, trash pickup. They have a fee for like Amazon drop off if they don't bring it to the door, and they also have a fee for my pet rent. So totaling all of that is $1,602. Prior to that, I think it was like $1,535, so about $80 less. Then I also have my HOA. This is also due on the 1st, and this is the remainder of my home loan in Florida. So that's $360.73. My water, this is the first time I'm paying water here, and because it's just me, it's not that much. So this is both partially March and partially April, so that's seems like it's a good number, I think. Then I have my iCloud. This is due on the 8th, and this is for $3. My student loans are through NowNet, and that is also due on the 8th, and that is $202 with 88 cents. So those are all my fixed expenses. So that totals $2,206 with 89 cents. Then for my variable expenses, as you guys know, I have expanded my categories here. So the first one would be groceries. Then I would have gas and tolls, and I'm keeping the tolls because I'm gonna be in Florida and I'm definitely gonna be spending money on tolls again. So then I have household, shopping, eating out, and this is gonna go up again because I'm gonna be out and about with my friend here. and then down south. Clothing, sinking funds, and of course unbudgeted is my last category. So for my groceries, since I'm not gonna be home for some part of the month, I'm just gonna do $100 for that, for groceries. For gas, I upped that, and I think I tripled or quadrupled that to $185. Household will be $50 again because I'm not gonna be here for at least a week. Shopping would be $150. Eating out, I'm gonna have at $100. Then for beauty, I'm budgeting $25 for this paycheck. Clothing is $100. Sinking funds is $200, and of course unbudgeted is $0. So my total variable end up being $910 even. So after that, my next step would be my debt, and since I only have one consumer debt that I'm tackling right now, that would be my Mazda. And as you guys know, I didn't add this as a fixed expense for May because I plan on paying it off in May, I hope, if my math was correct, but I don't know if I'll pay it off in paycheck number 1 or paycheck number 2, so we'll see. The good thing is that paycheck number 2 will be before my due date for my regular payment, so it'll work out. Then I do want to get an oil change, which I probably should have done before my friend got here, but honestly I didn't have a lot of time. And then I'm gonna see if I can get my brakes done by my stepdad. He typically does them, so I don't know if we'll have time, but if not, then I'll just add this money for like a sinking fund to get them done once I'm back in North Carolina. And then I think that's pretty much it for like extra amounts that I wanted to do. So let's do the math here. So I'm gonna leave the Mazda till the end. So I typically get my oil change done at Walmart, and I think it's less than $60 or so. So I'm just gonna budget $60 to account for tax. And then for my brakes, I'm $250. Or actually, let me see how much I have to spend. $2,206.89 plus $910 plus $60 plus $250 minus $7,867.20. That's $4,440 with 31 cents. I'm going to add again miscellaneous slash visit because I have a lot of appointments, as I said in my previous video. I'm gonna add $650 towards, again, my visit. So let's deduct that from the $4,400. So that means that I have $3,790 with 31 cents left over. So let's do $3,750 to just keep it an even number. So $3,750. So that means $4,031. So that would be the rollover plus $7,867.20. That would mean that I end up spending $7,826 with 89 cents. That means that I would need $900 from my next paycheck to finalize my Mazda payment. It seems that I will be finishing off, hopefully, my Mazda loan after all. So I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below what you're tackling in your financial journey right now. I need inspiration to keep on track because I know that once I pay off my car, my student loans are not going to be the ones that I feel most excited about, just because I know myself. So what are you planning for the next few months, especially this summer, and what are your goals for this next half of the year at this point almost? So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.